people say that there's no love in Islam.
No love in Islam at all.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Some religions say all about love.
Some are all about love. Okay.
Yeah.
I have heard that. In fact, I grew up around that kind of notion that the religion is all about love, and it's an unconditional love no matter what. I would like to explore that before we go any further. And what do we mean by love? Because we use that word a lot in English, talking about an emotional feeling we have towards something. Somebody might say, I love pizza. But what do they mean by loving the pizza? Other people say, I love my dog. Other people say, I love my mom. I'm sure you don't love the dog the way you love your mom. Huh? And I'm sure that you don't love your mom the way you love the pizza. I mean, it's kind of clear.
Different sorts of love.
Yeah. Well, we're talking about different kinds of like or enjoyment and so on. But when it comes down to real love, what do we mean by that from a religious point of view? If you said our religion is just love and nothing else. And I heard some Muslims, by the way, who said, no, Islam is all about love. I've heard that from some Muslims. But actually this would be ludicrous. Because if it's only about love, then this is only one side, and there's no room for any other emotion. Let me explain a little bit more detail. In Islam, we have Allah, Almighty God, and He has characteristics. He has traits. He has what we call His Asma wa Sifa, His names. One of those names is Sabur. This means in English, the patient. He is As-Sabur, the patient. And the way it's structured in the Arabic language, there's no room for Him not to be patient, because He is the epitome of that particular characteristic. He is it. And in fact, any patience existing in the creation must be coming from Him, because He's the patience. There isn't any other patience except it has to come from Him. Likewise, He is Al-Alim, which is from ilm or knowledge. Allah is the knowledge. Not just that He has knowledge, He is knowledge, and we would not be able to have any knowledge except what comes from Him. An example here is from the Quran itself. يَعْلَمُ مَا بَيْنَ أَيْدِهِمْ وَمَا خَلْفَهُم وَلَا يُحِيطُونَ بِشَيْءٍ مِّنْ عِلْمِهِ إِلَّا بِمَا شَاءَ. Allah is telling us in Ayatul Kursi, chapter 2, verse 255, that He is the knowledge and having knowledge of everything. And you don't have knowledge except that He gives it to you by His will. Okay. So in the same way, we want to look at this word love. Now, in Islam, in the Quran, we do have this clearly mentioned. Allah is Al-Wadud. That's one of His characteristics. But it isn't love as a noun. It's loving as a form of the verb, in the process of loving continually, unending, without beginning, without end. That is Allah Himself. So because it is an epitome and it is absolute, there's no room for us to come along and say, I'm love. Huh? Now I can have love, I can extend love, but that love would have to come from Allah. So now we have a scope and a definition about what love is. Now there's a word in Arabic mentioned many times, hub, and this is love. And Allah used lahab. Allah doesn't love some things, and in other case, what He does love. So it's not all one-sided. We don't say God is love, we say Allah is the loving